British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is facing calls to resign after he attended a party in the middle of a lockdown. CBS News contributor Simon Bates has more in this week's London Calling. And as a reminder, Simon's opinions are his own and don't necessarily reflect those of CBS News.
How many parties does it take to trigger a resignation? Here in Britain, we could be about to find out. This picture was leaked before Christmas. It shows Prime Minister Boris Johnson and colleagues enjoying cheese and wine at a party in the Downing Street garden after work on May the 15th, 2020. But there's a problem. The party was entirely illegal. We were in lockdown and we could only socialise with one adult, at least 2 yards apart. And this week came news that 5 days later, this man, Mr. Johnson's principal private secretary, invited 100 of his staff for drinks in the garden and, quote, bring your own booze. Again, entirely illegal. Was the Prime Minister there? Did he bring his booze? Ironically, the next evening, Mr. Johnson was seen at the front of Downing Street showing his appreciation for healthcare workers, the very people the restrictions were there to protect. Meantime, Britain has been engulfed in a tide of anger, with accusations that the Prime Minister doesn't play by the rules, because 2 years ago we weren't even allowed to hold the hand of a dying relative. For one legislator who lost his mother-in-law, it was all too much.
Well, the Paymaster General complete disclosure can be on the police.
It's this toxic combination of devastation and bitterness that now threatens Mr. Johnson. I have a feeling that he may have pushed his luck once too often. That drinks party didn't just twist the rules, it snapped them. And this was at a time when the virus had put nearly 10,000 people into hospital. So today in Parliament, a rare event, a prime ministerial apology.
Mr. Speaker, I want to apologise. I know that millions of people across this country have made extraordinary sacrifices over the last 18 months. I know the anguish that they have been through, unable to mourn their relatives, unable to live their lives as they want or to do the things they love. And I know the rage they feel with me and with the government I lead when they think that in Downing Street itself, the rules are not being properly followed by the people who make the rules.
The leader of the opposition smelt blood.
He's finally been forced to admit what everyone knew, that when the whole country was locked down, he was hosting boozy parties in Downing Street. Yes. Is he now going to do the decent thing, resign?
Mr. Johnson is now losing support in his own party. Snap opinion polls show a majority of voters want the Prime Minister to resign. He's been in deep trouble before, and he's always managed to walk away unscathed. But how on earth is he going to get out of this one? That's London Calling today. This is Simon Bates for CBS News in Devon.
We actually have an opportunity that the children of Israel did not have. We're not ruled by a king, and we can hold our leaders accountable. Accountability has been one of the things that I have been hearing. I know a week plus. I'm not sure if it's 2 weeks, but I know it's been a week solid and some change that the Lord has been giving me this word, accountability, 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 accountability. He's going to hold us all accountable for what we do down here. If we refuse to hold our leaders to the same standard, in my opinion, and this is including myself, that makes us stupid. Extra stupid. You're going to be held accountable for rules that are more stringent than the ones that you're supposed to be holding your own leaders accountable for. So we deserve whatever we get from leaders that we refuse to hold accountable. And I'm going to ask for prayer. Thank you for your time and attention. Until the next video.